SpeedStrap's line of 1.5-inch tie-downs are the perfect solution to keep your UTV secure on the trailer. Each of these tie-downs is rated at 4,000 pounds max rated capacity and 1,333 pounds safe working load. Here at SpeedStrap, we have several different tie-down options that we're gonna go over today to show you the different ways that you can secure your UTV. So for UTV tie-downs, we have a couple different options available to you. The first is just a traditional ratchet strap with hooks on either end. This is really nice if you have a really good hook point on your UTV. I know a lot of UTV guys have weld-on or kind of bolt-on hook points and eyelets that they add to their trailing arms or up front. So it makes it really easy to hook directly to that UTV and keep it secure. If you don't have a good hook point though, you can use one of these tie-downs with our soft tie. Simply wrap this around an A-arm, a radius rod, and then hook the tie down to it. These are real soft, they're not gonna scratch the paint, they can wrap around almost anything, and it makes it really easy to secure. The next tie down option we have is we took the soft tie and the ratchet strap and we built it all into one. This strap runs through, has this built-in soft tie on the end, so rather than having to buy those two different pieces, we have it built into one. If you have a good hook point, you can still hook straight to it, or you have this built-in soft tie to wrap around a radius rod, A-arm, trailing arm, and to keep it secure. When using a traditional tie-down like this, always keep in mind where you're going to attach to on the vehicle. Ideally, you want to get as close to the tire and as low as possible. If you're going up high or even here at this toe point, the car can still move and flex on the suspension, which is going to put stress on the tie down and could lead it to getting loose over time. In the front of most UTVs, that means you're going to attach to the A-arms. In the rear, however, the radius rod looks like the best point, but only if you have reinforced and heavy-duty radius rods. Most of the stock radius rods on UTVs aren't strong enough to handle that force coming this way, as you can kind of see on this one. And if you attach a tie down to it, it's either gonna pop off or in some cases can even bend the radius rod in the center. If that's the case, I would either attach to the trailing arm if you have a good hook point or soft tie point to wrap around, or to the tow bar back here in the rear. Next up is our through the wheel tie down. On this strap, it's actually really simple. It just has a D-ring on one end and the end of the strap on the other. Take this end and wrap it through your wheel. Using this end, it's not gonna scratch, it's not gonna get in the way of the brakes or anything like that, and it makes it really easy to feed through the wheel. Take the end, put it through the D-ring, and pull it tight. It's gonna suck up against that side of that wheel and that tire on this side. Then just take that end and put it back to the ratchet and tighten it down. When you're traveling down the road, the center of this car and anything up high above the shocks is gonna be flexing and moving up and down on every single bump and kind of groove that you hit. Tying down here by the tires are solid. The tires aren't popping up off the trailer like this. They're not gonna flex and move as much as would tying down here or here would. It secures one side of your wheel or tire, so most guys put two in the back going backwards and two in the front going forwards. Last up is our UTV tire bonnet. This secures both sides of the tire, and it's probably the most secure way you can use to tie down your UTV, but the only caveat is you just need to make sure you have a trailer that you can use it on. With tire bonnets, these wrap over and on top of the tire and run down to either side. Unlike a lot of traditional tire bonnets, we've actually done a lot of innovations on our tire bonnets and included our Sidewinder technology, which sucks in and constricts against the sides of the tire, and it allows it to be adjustable. So it can fit anywhere from a 26 up to a 36-inch size tire. So take the tire bonnet, lay it over the top of the tire, and get both D-rings on either end to sit right about flat in the center of the tread. On the center strap, we've included 3 different rungs. So if you have a larger or smaller size tire, you can adjust this to make sure it stays above the halfway point on the upper half of the tire. On the front of the strap, we have a 3-bar adjuster right here. So you can take this strap, run it to your hook point, adjust that 3-bar slide so this front strap is fairly tight with both D-rings sitting right about center on the tread. Then go to the other side and tighten down the ratchet. As you tighten down this ratchet, it's going to pull on this inside part of the strap, which at the same time is going to pull this one over and get both sides of the tire tight. With tire bonnets, ideally you want to have the hook point as close up to the tire as you can and kind of in line with the tread. But obviously, not every trailer is set up that way unless you have E-track. So on our tire bonnets, we kept both straps on either end a little bit longer, which allows you to go out a little bit farther and go to some different angles if you need to secure it on your trailer. The number one question we always get asked is what's the difference between our tie-downs and other ones you may find out there out on the market? And the answer is these are high quality tie-downs that are made to last you years. If you're tying down a $30,000 brand new RZR like this before you even start throwing extras on it, do you really want to trust a $5 tie-down to keep it secure? Or would you rather pay a little bit more and have a high quality tie-down that you can trust? The difference in quality starts with our ratchets. I always joke you can always tell a quality ratchet just by spinning it and hearing it. Inside, we've made all high quality steel parts inside here with a really nice finely tuned steel barrel. Also, you'll see these metal teeth on here that you use to click and lock that ratchet in place. Previously, I've actually had ratchets, cheap ratchets, that have actually broken off these teeth as I was doing the last kind of push on my buggy. So we went with really nice high quality steel and extra long teeth on here to make sure that they last. These plastic molded hand grips are really nice and protect your fingers, especially when you're out in the desert and this black metal here ends up being like 1,000 degrees when it's in the sun. Or if you're somewhere cold, kind of helps your fingers from freezing against the metal as well too. On all of our tie-downs, we have hooks with these built-in retention clips. I can't tell you how many times I've tied something down like on my truck or on the trailer only to walk to the other side and have a hook kind of fall off as it gets loose. So having this built-in retention clip makes sure that this hook stays secure, doesn't go anywhere, and saves you kind of that hassle. All of the webbing we use on our straps is made of high quality polyester that is UV treated to help it maintain its life when it's sitting out in the sun. One last thing before you check out, grab a set of our SpeedStrap Velcro wraps. These are really nice to wrap around any excess strap you have when you're tying down so it's not flying and flopping in the wind. Or what I like to do as well, when I'm done for the day and putting everything back in the bag, I wrap it around this ratchet to keep it nice and tight and kind of like a big brick rather than having loose strap everywhere in my bag. You can find all these tie-down options at your local authorized dealer or at speedstrap.com.